All right, guys, what's going on? This is the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lucky Murray, back with another CHH now. And I want to talk about David Livick not doing CHH anymore. But before I start, I have announcement to make. I'm hosting this Saturday a virtual concert. It's Conic, Danny Dripstar, Nix, Jordan Ramble, and a few other guys. So I want to kind of play y'all a quick video of the album. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk to y'all about what I think about this David Livick situation. So here we go.
When we are together, you know it's a party. Thirsty for your presence, we don't need Bacardi. They may try to shut us down, but we won't stop. Don't you try to shut us down, cause we won't stop. When we are together, you know it's a party. Thirsty for your presence, we don't need Bacardi. They may try to shut us down, but we won't stop. Don't you try to shut us down, cause we won't stop. I got my brothers and sisters with me, putting in work, yeah, we getting busy. When in the spirit, I'm feeling dizzy.
So that was Conic's non-stop EP album release. The link will be in the description below, so go check it out. But I want to talk a little bit about David Livick real quick and the impact that I have on CHH Media. I started to watch David when it was back when him and the crew was really started to kind of ram up. Once I found, I don't remember if I found the crew or David Livick first. It was kind of I think one and two. I think if I found one, I found the other, and I started to watch both of the channels simultaneously. You know, I would want to hear the crew's perspective, and I also want to hear David's perspective. And it got to the point where it's like, man, you know, I can start a channel like that and have my own twist behind it. So that's what I did. I started Lucky Murray channel, you know, because as you know, I was an artist, and then I started just doing more media stuff when I just tried it. You know, trying to report on Christian hip hop news and events, and I caught a little bit of traction. I was like, you know, this may work, and I just stuck with it. And 2.5 years later, I'm almost to about 1,200 subs, and I knew something was up with David because I started to see his pace slow down. You know, shout out to Seth from Adam. I saw this actually from Seth from Adam. I'm gonna try to get him on the channel today, or you know, this week to kind of talk, you know, David Livick in the state of Christian hip hop, especially the media. But once I saw that, man, David is slowing down, and he was slowing down to almost like a crawl, and then he went from slowing down, you know, I think in 2018 he had like man, he was putting in work, and then when the crew passed him as far as subscription or whatever, I think David just, and I don't think it was because of the crew pretty much passing him with the that made him want to stop. I just think that just time in life happens, and here's what happens in Christian hip hop. I'm gonna give you a secret sauce to this. You cannot survive doing strictly Christian hip hop content. One, the algorithm is not very friendly when it comes to Christian hip hop content. Two, it's not a whole lot of stories and events that surrounds Christian rap. And three, if you're going to make it, you gotta either mix your content up or have a different perspective on CHH, because it's not a big enough market where you can infiltrate it and a lot of people will come and watch your content. You see a lot of people say, "Oh man, like I used to do CHH, but now I don't do it anymore," and you see that a lot. So for you to keep your channel particularly fresh, you have to do other content, or you have to bring it in a perspective that, or you have to play the game. You know, you got to have kind of, don't want to say clickbaitish titles, because it's not really clickbait, but you have to have thumbnails that suggest something that can lead people to click. You want to have a high click-through rate. You want to play that YouTube game in order for you to grow your channel and ultimately, you know, make money on YouTube. But if you're just a small channel like myself, you're not going to see the growth that you want to see. But you have to stand for something. So that's why for me, I particularly do independent Christian hip hop artists. I do interviews. I do my show. I'm trying to branch out, and I also cover CHH news as well. It is something that I think is unfortunate, because I think that David, Seth from Adam said this, and I had to agree with him. out of all of us who did videos, David Livick videos was probably the best ones that were done. As far as his creativity, as far as his vision, as far as his everything about his videos was on the top tier level. And I think that David really could have did something, but this industry or this community, as I say, doesn't have a lot to support artists. I mean, media spots and creators like ourselves. So, as bad as hard as for me to see this and see David, man, I just wish David would continue with the channel, rebrand it with something else. Don't just start all over again, because he has people that will support him outside the CHH lane, and I think wherever God has is leading him, that's where he should go. So I need you to let me know exactly what you think in the comment section below, man. Thank y'all so much, man, for rocking with me. I shoot, like I even had to come with the grips, man. I lost my passion. I think that Seven for Adam said this himself, and I said this too. You lose your passion because you get to the point where it's like, man, I'm doing all this work, for maybe 50 to 100 views or whatever. Then, you don't get no interaction. YouTube don't really tell your subscribers that you're on. It's a lot, man. And I think that you have to really do this, man, for the love of God and not for fame or fortune, not to get on. And you see the people who try to do this, to get on and get heard and get noticed, man. You'll find out real quick that's not what this is. So, man, like I said, it's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, and please don't forget all three. Lucky Murray back with another CHH now, and hey, I'm sorry, go check out the Lucky Murray Show, man. Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m., I am going live on the station 44 Radio. So go to 44radio.com. Go to the link in the description below. You will find where you can find the Lucky Murray Show. But until next time, people.